So I don't know if this is helping you, but for some people, the fear is what's preventing the money from coming in. Hi, my name's Steve, and today we're going to talk about fear of money. I had a really interesting conversation with a woman 2 weeks ago. She booked a call with me, we were chatting, and then she said something that caught my attention. She said, money was always so scary for me. And that language pattern, when I heard that, I was like, oh, I want to know more about that. It just turns out as well that this woman was also struggling financially. Not all the time, but just the ups and downs. Like lots of money and then like nothing, and lots of money and then nothing. Kind of like not living paycheck to paycheck, but just like, you know, ups and downs. And then she said that statement, money was always so scary for me. And I thought, what is so scary about money? To myself, I didn't say that to her. So then I said, let's do a test. I said, if I was to give you $100,000 right now, I'll wire it right to your bank account, how would that make you feel? And she said, nervous. Like there was tension in her chest. I said, where do you feel it in your body? She said, there's tension in the chest and I also feel it in my stomach. And I said, what is that? Is that the fear? She said, yes. Isn't that fascinating? Why do I bring that up? If you have a fear of money, then you are going to push it away because you don't want to feel the fear. So you take the thing that's in the outside that's triggering the inside and you push it away, right? You're like, if I can control that thing on the outside, then that won't make me feel fear. And if I don't feel fear, I can be comfortable. I can be back in my safe zone, right? Because we all want to feel safe at some level. So if something triggers our fear, we automatically remove it from our life. Quick side tangent. When I first started marketing online, not the $1,600, I started selling this package. I think it was $7,500 US. And I got this one client and it freaked me out because I was like, I wasn't sure we could deliver. And I remember for a year, I basically was in this state where when people would pay me that kind of money, I'd get anxiety because I was like, I wasn't sure if we could deliver and produce, you know, what we were going to produce for that money. Now, obviously I don't feel that way today, but I was pushing away the money. I had really struggled that first year when we raised the prices. And I had people ask for money back and I gave it back. So I really struggled with money. And you got to ask yourself, like, why? And I went back and I remember reflecting on it was because I was pushing it away because I didn't want to feel the fear. Yes, I wanted the results and the money it would give me this emotion and it would give me this experience of freedom and I could work with clients. But on the other side of it, there was another part of me that was like, this is going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be a nightmare. I'm not going to be able to sleep well because I'm not going to be able to deliver for the clients. So it's like you got these two competing emotions. And guess which one wins? The fear. Ideally, we want to be in a place where we feel whole. When we're not in polarity anymore, where basically money comes in, we feel good, and if there's no money, we feel good too. It doesn't trigger us internally or that fear, because if you trigger the fear, then all of a sudden we start acting irrationally. And I'm laughing because I've seen this over and over and over again where someone's fear triggers them, and then they start acting irrationally. And in this case, it just happens to be around money. You're like, why is that person struggling so much with money? Or why is it ups and downs? It's because money was always so scary for me. And I mean, I dove back into the story that she told about why it was so scary for her and how she was a kid and she'd like won this prize money and then her mom just let her do whatever she wanted with the money, so she started like having parties, inviting friends over, and she did all that, and then she had nothing left, and then her parents were like, well, where's the money going? It was all gone. And then she felt embarrassed. And she always felt like she couldn't manage the money, so it was scary. I get it. But it's not the story that's relevant, it's the feeling behind the story, because the feeling is what prevents the new money from showing up, not the story. The source of the story is the feeling, the fear. Now imagine a future where you don't have to feel the fear. I can see some of you like watching this, you know, especially if you manage your money well, you're like, she just needs to learn how to manage her money well. Well, yeah, that's the obvious logical thing. She needs to learn how to manage her money, because if she did, then she wouldn't have a fear of money. However, that's not how fear works. It's energy, and it gets stored in the body. And we keep it there. We store it there, okay? By resisting it. Our resistance to the fear is what keeps it alive. Otherwise, it would disappear. So the key is, with a balanced human, when we're fully balanced, you can get into a state where you don't feel any fear. And the money could be dropping in 100,000, 50,000, $1 million, wire transfer today. How do you feel? And you say, I feel fabulous. I feel like $1 million. You're balanced. There's no fear. So I don't know if this is helping you, but for some people, the fear is what's preventing the money from coming in. Because think of it like if you are in the dating scene. I'm not, but let's say you're in a dating scene. You have a fear of like meeting the person the first time because you're just like, you never met this person, it's super awkward. But there's a fear there. Well, guess what's going to happen? You're going to not go on dates. So it's the fear that's the problem. Not that you're not getting enough dates. It's the fear. You push it away. It makes us behave irrational. And then you can back it up with logic. Well, you know, that person wasn't good, that person wasn't good, that was good. But it's the fear at the end of the day that's controlling your behavior. And it can happen with money. So when I work with someone and I tell them, if you're ready to change and let go of the fear, then I can help you. That's what I mean. If you're not prepared to let it go, then you can have your old life back. Doesn't matter to me. You have to choose. I can't choose for you. I chose a long time to let go of that fear. A long time ago. Have I had other fears come up? Yeah, maybe in the last year, beginning of this year, went through some transition. But you know what's interesting is that every time I go through a transition, now I actually embrace it. I'm excited because I knew new things are going to show up, as opposed to being afraid of the unknown. That's another fear. Maybe you're not trying new stuff in your life because you're afraid to change. You're afraid to go into the unknown. For me, I've gone to the point where the fear doesn't even bother me anymore. I'm just like, bring it on. I'm like, what is exciting is going to happen today, right? So that's the fear. Okay, cool. If you got any questions about this, post below if you want to know what else, other videos, content you want to hear from me. I'm happy to create another video. I just don't know what you want. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, listening. My name's Steve. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed and you enjoyed this, and share this with someone who may benefit. Thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you next time.